Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hey, who's here? Hi, guys. Tough day, tough weekend. How's everybody doing? Hey, guys. Hi, Marianne. How are you doing? How you holding up over there? Hey, Holly. How are ya? I put on a sweatshirt that wasn't covered in dog hair. That's my grooming for today. That's what I've done with myself. Hello, Molly. How are you? I know, Marianne. It's a tough day. Tough. Hi, ladies. I don't think I'm glowing. I just think I'm not as red. I'm still definitely like a little bruised and stuff, but I have to say, I've never microneedled and I might be a fan. I don't think it even matters today, but I haven't showered. I haven't done anything. I looked at my sweatshirt that had more dog hair on it than my dog and put on a sweatshirt that didn't have any dog hair on it. And then I found this in my drawer and put it in my hair because that's where I'm at right now. We had like minus bazillion below degree weather, and I didn't have like a hair appointment or anything this week because she was home with her kids from school. It's just insane. But how's everybody else doing? It's been a heavy one. I've had just a hard day today. Hard. Not gonna lie. I've had a hard time. I know we all have. So a lot of people feeling a lot of things right now. And I just think that there's space for everybody to not necessarily think about it as like a political thing and just look at the humanity. By the way, if anyone cares, Leica Gloss Hydrating Lip Tint from YSE. It's pronounced Wise. I love it. Buttery. So, I haven't really watched the news, but I've been listening to some podcasts. I couldn't stay with it. There's no news channel that gives you news, like news, not opinions, but news. And going back and forth from ecosystem to ecosystem is like playing ping pong, and that could make you crazy. And as much as I have said before that I don't want to be that person who is spewing politics. I want this to be a place of peace. At some point, I think you just get to where you can't not say something. And I guess what I'm saying here is that I was a teacher in the Chicago Public Schools. And my son's bringing me some tea. Thank you, honey. Is it hot? Yeah. Thank you so much. Should be drinking liquor, but I'm going with chamomile tea. Anyway, I was a teacher in the Chicago Public Schools. And when I started at the school that I taught most of my years at, when I got there, it was predominantly Hispanic. Most of my kids were first generation or brought here when they were little. And their parents came here and worked jobs that you would never, ever want to work. And all these families wanted was for their kids to have a better life than they did, and get an education. And so for me, it's a personal thing. Hey, Rebecca. My grandfather came here through Ellis Island on my dad's side. He didn't speak a word of English. He was 14. And he left all of his family behind and worked in the matched pants business, making jackets, taking the jackets and then making pants so that if one wore out before the other, they would match it and you would have a full suit again. And he brought his family here. And on my mom's side of the family, it was my great-grandparents that came here. But I just feel like we have such a special country because we have so many different people from different backgrounds. We have all. It's an embarrassment of riches that we have. Every December, when it was the holidays, I had the kids make family trees. And they do it with their parents. It was like whatever they wanted it to be. If they wanted, to be made out of puppets, that's fine. You want to draw it, whatever. Draw it on a piece of paper, I don't care. And a lot of the parents came in and they would tell us about their families and they would tell their family stories. And then they would teach us one family tradition. And it could be something that they do as a family just all the time, like something that they do, or it could be something from their religion, or it could be a food, or it could be a sport, anything that was part of what made them who they are. And we celebrated it and made space for each other and taught each other and learned about other cultures and other people. And I truly think that that is why we are such an amazing country. And lately, Hi. Lately, it's looked at as not a good thing, and I just, it comes to the point where you learn right from wrong. And I'm so sick and tired of everybody having to be all in on one side or all in on the other, because I can tell you that I'm a woman without a party right now. And I think a lot of people feel that way. I just want people to respect each other and get along. And, you know, oh my God, like, can you just, like, if you're neighbors and you don't believe in the same thing, can you just like coexist? Can you appreciate each other? Can you just honor your differences? Can you just put some of the shit aside and focus on the fact that your kids are in soccer together, or that, you know, you live on the same street and you're going to have, you know, a barbecue or whatever it is. But like, we got to find a way to get through this. And I just worry that our news cycle just goes so fast and away from things all the time, even though I freaking hate the news. What are you guys feeling? Oh, he made this hot. Anybody? Agree. Sick of pitting us against each other. Used to be okay to agree or disagree and hate each other. There is just like no middle ground anymore. And why if one person believes one thing and another person believes another, why is it that they can't coexist? I don't get it. Not hate, I understand. I hate all the fighting and I wish the world could be more peaceful. I keep thinking, Holly, you're so right. And Molly, you too. I don't have a little kid right now, but I can't imagine what that must be like. And actually, Molly today had the best thing on her Instagram, and I posted it, and I want to read it because it's so good. Sorry, I don't want to get demonetized. Okay, even though I'm not making any money, I don't want the video taken down. This was called, it's a picture of sled airs on like a little snow hill. And it says, snow days used to be childhood folklore, the kind of magic you felt in your bones before you ever opened the blinds. And now we're trading sleds for Chromebooks, telling kids to log on instead of look up. Can we not? Not every moment needs to be productive. Some memories are worth preserving just the way they were. Cold hands, rosy cheeks, hot chocolate, and a day that belongs entirely to them. I don't know about you guys, but snow days were my favorite thing in the whole world. It was like you'd wake up and you'd look outside and you were like, you'd hear the phone ring, because of course, like back then it wasn't robocalls. There was somebody that had to call everybody. And your mom would get the call and she would say, there's no school today. And it was like, you know, like just the best day ever. All these kids that had snow days this week sat on their computers and looked at a screen. And I just want to scream. Being a kid in the 80s was great. You know what I was thinking about is that you're so right, Holly. Innocence lost to the screen. It's so weird that we're the last group of people to not have phones. Okay. I can remember teachers saying, what are you going to do? Walk around with a calculator in your pocket? You have to learn how to do this stuff. It's like, well, I don't need to know anything anymore because I can just ask my phone. It's insane. I think when we were growing up, things were better and happier, less complicated. It just wasn't like this. And even if there were political differences, people did work together. We all seemed to get along with each other for the most part. You know, I can remember my parents getting mad that somebody wasn't picking up their dog poop or something, but I don't know. Remember when teachers would check TI-81 calculators for hidden notes and formulas? Yes, I do. And then they stopped letting you bring these things in. It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? I think it was so much better, not supposed to get worse as a country. As a world, like, what is the world thinking about us right now? It's like we used to be the ones that swooped in and helped all these other countries, and we were role models. I don't think that that's coming back anytime soon. I think we have a lot of things to work out in this country. But I just don't think it has to be this way, because I think that they laugh at us, and also they're freaking out. I mean, I have a dear friend who is Ukrainian, and she's actually a Chanel person. And we've known each other for years and years and years. And what her family has gone through it's beyond. And just as a person who's Jewish and who has learned about the Holocaust and the horrors and the Gestapo and the secret police and how all of these things happened, and they kept saying, you know, people looked the other way or whatever. We don't even have to do that anymore. Like, we have like 97 people with their cell phones out. It's like, I don't know. I don't want this for our kids. This is the world we're leaving them. It's a disaster. I think that it's time for the boomers to take a bow and go rest and let Gen X pick up and see what we can do. And more women also. My sister sent me a thing today that said, He who is without ovaries shall not make laws for those who do. It says Philippians 5:12. Oh, I thought it was funny. I needed to laugh today. And I think that I don't want to seem shallow and say that, oh, we're just going to just talk about makeup or whatever. But we are, because this is what we do. This is how we take care of ourselves. This is self-care right now. And I am a believer in community. The boomers will never quit. My dad is still trying to ramrod. I love him, but he is a lot sometimes. Yeah. I get it, Holly. I think we all know a few boomers like that. At some point, though, we are going to have to take care of them completely and step into some shoes that probably should have been filled long ago. I kind of feel like there should be a limit to the amount of time that you can, be in Congress, let's say, and then bring in some new ideas, some new people. There's so many people out there with great ideas and great thoughts, right? I just want people to stop being so extreme. Like, just because I like Coke and you like Pepsi does not mean that we cannot coexist. Anyway, I'm not going to cry anymore today, right now. But if anybody wants to say anything, this is a good place to do it. If you're feeling a certain way, and no one is going to criticize you or belittle anything that you want to share, not here. I know it's a lot. Anybody? Okay. If you do want to say anything, belt it out. I'm right next door to Minneapolis and lived there when it was such a cool city. I miss that, and I'm sad for them. That's got to be really hard, Mal. Molly's a first responder, and she's got a family of first responders. And you have a ton of family that was in the military too, right? There's a lot of people who have served our country because they believed in the United States and democracy and all of that, right? It is up to us individually to keep our hearts open. Easily said, not easy to do. Well said, Marianne. I used to do like very simple conflict resolution with my kids in my class. And I've probably told you guys this before, but it's worth saying again. First graders, okay? If they were arguing and got into a fight, we had the same thing that we always did. And it was say the person's name, tell them what the problem is. They would tell the person what happened, what was the problem. Then they would tell them how it made them feel. And then they would look at the other person and say, I need an apology and a plan. And the child would respond with, I'm sorry, next time I will. And it's so simple, and it's such a basic level of just the bare minimum of what it takes. And they all managed to do it. Yes, military and some, they're in National Guard now. I agree, Marianne. Yeah, guys, we got to keep our hearts and minds open and stay, close to the people that we feel good near. And take care of each other. My gosh, can we just do that? All right, I am not here to Debbie Down your day, but I do want to make space for anybody else that wants to say anything before I start talking about makeup and beauty stuff, which seems asinine, but hey, it's great. It's our escape. It's our self-care. Chime in if you change your mind, guys. Okay, so it took, yes, community is everything. Yes, and it could be our community or the community that you live in, or it can be your religious community. You can belong to so many different clubs and organizations, and you can volunteer for things. It's even the people that, you go to exercise with. We love makeup and escape. All right. Should we do it? Should we escape? Should this be our happy place? Because I'd love for that. Love for that. I want to tell you guys all about my experience. So a couple weeks ago, my son had shaved his scruffy beard and he was kind of broken out, and I was looking at his nose and I was like, ugh, we need a facial. So the person that we used to use was gone, and my sister gave me the name of someone, and I took him and went with him for the first time. And she's like, one of those places like where each person that's doing services can like rent space together, where there's like, like doors, but there's like one, like a lobby, but they're all independently run, beauty stuff. And she was talking and we were talking, and I said, I'd really like to try microneedling because I'm not a candidate for surgery. I feel like everything is falling down. I don't know what to do. She was like, yes, let's do it. Absolutely. So I don't even know if I took pictures. I know I sent somebody a picture of what it looked like afterward. I was like, oh. Whoa. Okay, well, show you some pretty stuff. That is what I looked like right after. Very red, very swollen. She did numbing cream, like all over my face, because this is not like the microneedling that you can do, with one of those pens. First of all, not doing that stuff to myself at home. No. She numbed me up, and then I waited while she finished another client, and I lay down, and it wasn't the most comfortable feeling in the whole world, but really most of it didn't hurt. I am going back to just do this section because we didn't do it, and I'm noticing such a difference that I was like, please let me come back and do my eyelids, because it's like a huge thing for me. I can't stand that one of them hangs lower than the other. And then there's this whole situation. And she needled me pretty good and used a good depth. And she's been working a lot with growth factors and stem cells. So like that's been kind of the norm of what has been used in microneedling with a professional. You know, she's a licensed esthetician who's been trained. And I said, I really want to try PDRN. And she's like, I have some. Let's do it. Let's try it. I'm like, okay. So she microneedled, and as she was doing it, she was putting this serum on. And basically what happens is you make little micro injuries, you know, all over your face. And because I went into early menopause, my skin's been dead for a while. Like, you lose so much collagen and elastin, and all of the stuff that's helping you is just gone when you get to a certain point in menopause. Let me find this. Okay. I just felt like I had no options, you know, like plastic surgery is just not something that is in the cards right now. I've got a kid going to law school. I have some autoimmune issues. Surgeries and stuff like that are really hard on me because I have to do some special medications and things like that. It's just really not, unless it's necessary. But I also like spend a shit ton of money on skincare, just like you guys. And we're all looking for something, right? We're looking at red light. We're looking at, things. You guys, I'm still on this, by the way, even though I haven't used it this week. The next time this goes on sale, I am not kidding. Get yourself this MySama little gadget. And if you haven't seen me, I wonder if it's even charged right now. Oh, yeah. It's got the Bion stone that heats up, and you can do all the gua sha stuff that you see to like get the puffiness out. I really don't want to do any of that on me right now. But it vibrates, and this can like get your skin going. You're getting red light. You're getting so many good things. And this is not an expensive device and really actually works and helps and feels good. Like feels good like on your neck. Like, you get like that where you can't move, and this is warm and you can really work it. There's just so many things to try that you hear about. And we know, because we've lived through it, that it's so funny to me, all the 2016 stuff that's like brand new to this next generation of kids. First of all, 2016 wasn't that long ago. Like when I think about the beauty community in 2016, it was like Tati, and like, I don't even know, like Raw Christie and Desi. I'm just trying to remember. It was Jeffree Star. Like it was such a time of, the crazy makeup. Full coverage foundations and tons of Shape Tape, and oh my gosh. And it's all coming back. Like we are walking into an 80s nightmare. It's like crazy what is coming and what we've seen. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to see pictures of like the Balenciaga show that Jaden Smith did. There's a lot coming. I feel like every time we go into like one of these times, like fashion and beauty like goes into overdrive the other way. Oh, hi Sylvia. Busy working on a collab, but I couldn't resist stopping by to say hi. It's been way too long. I know we owe each other some time. Let me know what works for you. Guys, her Substack continues to be one of my favorite places to go, and absolutely gives wonderfully thorough reviews of products that are just like completely broken down, and the little stuff that you really care about is all in there for you to read. And the photographs of what she is able to do, especially with eyeshadow, it's good stuff. Check her out on Substack. I love Substack. It's like going back to like our roots. Okay, text message me. Yes. Thanks for stopping. Holly, Balenciaga is so gross. Let's talk about the Balenciaga problems, right? Yeah. Anyway, we are going to be seeing a ton of crazy makeup, and we're going to talk all about it here. So let me tell you real quick what I did. So she microneedled my whole face. I came home. Hey, oh, you're welcome, sweetie. And because I've always used Josh Rosebrook skincare, his whole philosophy has always been, it's not the products that are doing things for you. It's allowing your skin to do the work that it does. And I was thinking about that so much when I got home with my hot face, you know, the redness, the swelling and everything. First of all, my husband, didn't notice that I had this done and still hasn't said anything to me. Like, what does that say about how it looks when I walk around this house in my pajamas with no makeup on for him? Scary. So there was very little that I was recommended to do. The first night when I came home, I did use, here, let me pull some of this out. You always hear about recovery and like what you do for recovery, like when you have procedures done. I don't care if it's Botox or whatever. Did it hurt? Well, yeah, but no, because like I was numbed. So if you've ever had filler put in, like they'll numb your face so that you don't feel it. She put numbing cream on. Now there were some areas like that were definitely more tender where I was like, ooh, but it was never hurting enough for it to be something that like I wouldn't do again. I think the most painful thing that I used to do is when I used to get like cystic acne and they would inject it, you know, like with a steroid. That hurts. But you're also looking at a woman who, you know, did fertility for quite a long time after Ryan was born, and there isn't a whole lot that hurts anymore in the shots department. So the first night, they always recommend Aquaphor. Guys, I know that Clean Beauty gave it a bad rap, but honestly, petroleum jelly is one of the things that absolutely positively seals up your barrier and gives you protection from all of the water loss that's happening. The thing that was the hardest for me was giving my skin drinks of water. So what did I use? I thought that I brought everything in. Well, I've got the Hydrating Accelerator is, to me, the greatest gift ever that I've, like, before anything, I like to put this in. I pat it in. I was using some of the Lisa Eldridge one. And I know this isn't a spray because I don't have the spray yet, but they do have a spray of this Prequel. It just, I thought I ordered it. Maybe it's sitting in a drawer. I did order the really thick new barrier therapy rich skin protectant cream. And this is like a heavier version of the cream that they didn't have for so long. And it's 1% colloidal oatmeal, allantoin, multiceramides, and adenosine. It's soothing. Guys, this stuff is, we're talking thick. Like, I'll go upside down with it right now. This is the most delicious, fantastic, heavy duty, like reminds me of like a modern version of like cold cream. Do you guys remember? Like, it was like a thick, just great texture. This is very soothing with the oatmeal in it. But I also, aside from having the Aquaphor, I pulled this out of the drawer. This is Prequel also. So these are all like inexpensive things. Skin Utility Balm, multi-purpose skin protectant with dimethicone, shea, CICA, is it Chica? I think it's Chica, and lipid complex. And this is like a barrier cream also. The things that you're doing right after you get something microneedled like that is you're putting the water in, and then you want to seal it off with this stuff to keep the water from coming out. That's what you're trying to do. So I decided to get microneedling when it's never been colder. Like, it was colder in Chicago than Antarctica. I thought that was really funny. You're loving the new barrier cream. Oh, you got it too, Molly. It's so good, isn't it? If you like a thick, rich cream, you are in business. This thing will probably last me till the end of the winter, and I could be bathing in it. Vaseline works, but she prefers Aquaphor, and actually so do I. I don't know if it's just because I used it on my son when he was little or whatever, but I feel like if something's bothering me, I just put Aquaphor on it. It reminds me of like my big fat Greek wedding when they put Windex on everything. I just use Aquaphor on everything. So I used these. I gave my skin lots of drinks of water, and I didn't do a whole lot. The other thing that I used, though, is this Prequel redness serum. And I know that we've talked about this. I know, was it Holly? Was it you that said you have rosacea? I can't even remember. Somebody mentioned it out loud. I mean, we all go through times of redness. This is the Redness Reform Soothing Serum with soothing molecules, oat, arnica, and vitamin F. And this stuff, I just opened this one because I used it up, is use it every day, even if you aren't red, like just as like a preventive. But it really does take the redness down substantially. You can almost feel like, you know, like when you have like a sunburn, you can feel like the heat coming off of you. That's what that kind of felt like with the microneedling. So I kept it really simple. I just gave my skin drinks of water. I did use the second day some Hydration Boost concentrate. No masks, no actives of any kind, nothing. I didn't even put peptides on, nothing. the second day, I did add this. I didn't go to peptides, but I did use some of the advanced hydration mask from Josh. It's just a really, first of all, the smell of it could put anybody into like a happier place. And I used some of this to just keep hydrating and resealing. And it was like every time I went to the sink, I felt like I was like taking off like a layer of like the, like the exfoliating situation that was going on. But today when I woke up, my skin started feeling pretty good. Like you can still see here where I've got some red little marks. Got a few over here. There's some redness. I mean, let me scoot you all in a little closer since we're going to be up close and personal with my wrinkles. Why not? Okay. So you can see here where I still have some redness. But when she does the passes, that's what she calls them, she did obviously this a lot. And I think this looks better already from this treatment alone. The hardest thing for me has been the joweling. And I don't know, like, I don't want to fill up my cheeks like those crazy women, that are on like the Real Housewives show. I did have to put a small amount in, but filler falls. And like, I certainly don't want it falling down here. I think I would really be sad. But to me, I feel like I have a little bit more definition here again. Like there's an actual cheek. Oh, Jocelyn, hi. For your rosacea, the best is the In Beauty Calm, the red dual formula. I've seen that. I start with the lotion, no burning, and follow with the green, which turns your skin tone and evens out your skin. That's fantastic. And I think that Dr. Jart makes one like that also. I remember using the green mask. Hello, everybody. Our Canadian neighbor. We might all be leaving to come see you. So today I didn't go back to like my normal skincare, but I did start adding, and I didn't know if you guys know this, but I just found out that they are now carrying dermatology at Ulta. Ulta. I've been wanting to try this needleless growth factor serum because like every single ad on Instagram right now is this. So I walked into Ulta and I'm like, they're selling dermatology now? Great, I'll buy some. I actually went back to go get another bottle, and there was a lady that was coming in to get one of these, and I overheard her, like I was still futzing around looking at all of these Korean masks that I'll show you. And so I gave her mine. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pay it forward and all this stuff. So anyway, they are selling this at Ulta. And what I love about this is it's a growth factor serum, but it's plant-based. So it's like that bioidentical kind of thing. And it has this interesting cap that you can keep like for when you travel. And it makes it so you can't push it. And you literally take like one little handful. It's fairly thick. And I just kind of press it in. Usually I spray first. And I mean, today I will tell you that my skin is not hot anymore. Let me just, I'll spray a little hydrating accelerator on with it just to kind of do what I would normally do. But I'm going to put this on the highly recommend list. This, to me, it doesn't tighten, but I can't explain it. It feels like my face is nice and firm. I guess would be like the word. It makes it feel a little bit more firm than it did before I used it. I'm sure that has nothing to do with what this actually does, but it's got the growth factors and, all that kind of stuff in it. The other thing that I've fallen in love with is the Dew Skin Mercy. First of all, Charlotte Parler is one of the most educated people in the beauty space. I love watching her. I love listening to her. I love learning from her. She is so passionate about what she's doing. And this has colloidal oatmeal, licorice root, which we know is very calming. And then it's got like something fermented, and glycerin, and then panthenol, which is provitamin B5, which they always tell you is great for healing. Allantoin, which is very soothing. Visible, which is also soothing. Hydrolipid complex, liquid crystalline, something emulsifier. This is like the most calming, unassuming hero of my little journey. I love Charlotte and the Dew products, and she's so environmentally conscious. I appreciate the packaging. I appreciate the fact that she's putting just so much real research, actual clinical research into what she's putting out. There's no secrets. There's no smoke and mirrors. She is the real deal. And honestly, between this, or is the other one? I've got the lipid, the heavier one. And then for people who are oily, she now has like the lighter version. And this stuff is really priced fairly and well. And I'm a huge fan. Like, I have to say, I hope she grows the line, and this will be here for me whenever I need to give my skin a break. Sometimes if you exfoliate too much and you get a little bit red, sometimes you get a little too much sun. Maybe you got a little crazy with, doing an acid peel. I don't know. Skin Mercy is one of those things to just have on standby. It's really, really good. I really loved it. Anyway, today I feel a lot better. I definitely think, there was a little bit of time there where I was a little worried about going out, but then the weather changed. But when I was at Ulta on my Korean skincare journey, I did buy this, and I really hoped to use it. It's just by the Inkey List, because I've decided that if I'm going to try something, I want to try the cheap version first. This is the Exosomes. Well, fantastic, but it won't come out of the bottle. It's either empty because somebody returned it and they put it back out, which I've heard that they do at Ulta, or it's broken. And I think it's empty. I have no idea. It's going back. So that was like a bust. I did do a mask last night. $4, you guys, at Ulta. This is the Hypercollagen Low Molecular Liposome Mask. I am embracing the Korean skincare 2.0 situation that's coming our way. Guys, Sephora freaked out because there's a big company called Olive Young, and they are opening their first store in Pasadena, California, which is where Disneyland is. And they're coming, you guys, with affordable skincare that's clinically proven to work. In Korea, everybody can take care of their skin. Everyone can afford to use good products that have science behind them. Let me catch up real quick. And this is one of the things that was $4. When my skin is super irritated, like after being exposed to very cold wind, when snowshoeing, the only thing I can tolerate is Sisley's Black Rose Face Oil. I tried Dew, but it burned. It's so great that you have something that you can use. It really, truly is. But I know what you're talking about, that like chapped feeling. That's my Aquaphor. I go to Aquaphor for something like that. Hello, Maria, my little summer sunshine girl. Oh, it does sound painful. I know. Olive Young is so affordable with such good ingredients. You guys, we are going to be taking quite a ride this year. It's going to be so fun. Hi, Nightstar Beauty. Yes, it is. Okay, so I tried this one, the Hyper Collagen Low Molecular Liposome Mask. And this is, if you put this on, it's 2 pieces. And when it gets clear, you're supposed to be able to take it off. It just says, after cleansing and toning, remove the film on both sides of the gel mask. Apply the bottom mask and adjust it to fit around your mouth. Here's a little trick. There's going to be a hole where the mouth is. You still get the piece. And there's a hole for each eye, but you still get the piece. So when you get the mask on, like I had kind of like a little area over here that was like gapped. So I just put 2 of them over here. And then like where I was talking and stuff, like with my upper lip, I just put like the other little piece right there and like stuck them on. And then like my whole face was covered. I could also see like putting them, you know, like on my neck or something. So I put this on last night and my skin was thirsty. And this worked beautifully and had no adverse reaction. There's really, it's 93% collagen. And it just says multi-lifting care, pore minimizing, attachable collagen gel. Liposome assisted collagen ingredients in the gel masks are delivered into the skin to firm and help improve the look of sagging skin. Loved it. You can sleep in this. My face looks good. Thanks, Rebecca. I actually feel like it does look different. I messaged her today and I'm like, I'm coming for the lids. Best products I've found for healing skin is Dr. Rogers Repair Balm. We've talked about this, Molly. I got to order that. Make me order it. Castor oil and glycerin, similar texture to Aquaphor, but love castor oil. You know, you have been talking about castor oil for a long time, especially with lashes. Like Molly had a really bad reaction to her eyelash serum and literally went through, like, it was hellish. It was not fun. And she finally found some relief in all of that. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Jocelyn. Anyway, for $4, guys, you can't go wrong. It's going to make your skin feel very filled up. And like, I would definitely do one of these like the night before I was going somewhere fancy. But for $4, you could do it before a Monday. And it'll tell you all the ingredients. It's got information on the back, obviously in Korean and in English and stuff. And I've been looking, and a lot of the reason why K-beauty is going to be so huge is because they've done the science, and the science translates into products much faster than what our system allows. So they have like a 6-month cycle, it seems like, when they, get the research done and they come out with the products. And so they are constantly improving upon themselves, which is really cool. The masks, the other ones that I bought that I haven't tried yet, also, I think this one was $4 also. This is the Anua Heartleaf 70 and Hyaluron. It's basically a soothing collagen mask with hyaluronic acid, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this says glycerin. Like, you start to look for the things that are soothing. And I was like punching in I take like the ingredient list and punch it in, and I look to see like if there was anything like crazy scary. But the thing is that the Korean skincare, you guys, is really well researched. And instead of making your skin look better on the outside, they're actually doing things on the inside of your skin to make your skin look better. Maria says, if I get anything done or if my skin barrier is irritated, I use La Roche-Posay, and sometimes I've even used Aveeno body wash on your face. You know why? Because it's got the colloidal oatmeal in it, which the stuff that we were just talking about has also. Aveeno baths are the best. We used to always give them to, like if our kids get rashes and stuff, that's like the best thing. And La Roche-Posay is one of those things that people can really tolerate. You forgot you also use La Mer Original Cream. It heals anything. I mean, it's La Mer, right? It should solve all of our life's problems. The one that I'm very excited about that I'm going to do tomorrow says glass skin in just one use. So to be continued, but this is the Sungbun Editor Deep Collagen Power Boosting Mask. Let me just move this comment out of the way for a second. The thing that's also very cool about these, you guys, you know how they have those little tiny travel bottles that you can get like a little 6-pack of, like in the Walgreens section, like where they have like all like the tiny shampoo and all that. There's enough serum in these to kind of scoot some of the serum into a little bottle and save it for another day. I would definitely do that because you don't need this to be like soaking where it's like running all over your face. Save some of the serum and use it as part of your skincare routine. So I'm going to try this one. I'll let you guys know. This one came out to be, I can't remember, but I'll look. I'm trying skincare from Korea is my point. I think we are in for a huge skincare revolution, and I'm like very excited about it. It's well priced. Ulta's going in hard. Now Sephora had to make a deal with Olive Young to bring Olive Young into the Sephora stores. And the thing with Olive Young is they do a very similar thing to what I've seen them that they do in Japan. They take a product and they'll tell you what the best one is, and then the two after that. And there'll be like 3 products that are at the top of the chart that they're selling. And as they go, like look at TikTok. The trend goes like this, and the things go viral, and then they move on to the next one. This is kind of in that idea, but it's not a TikTok trend thing. It's a science cycling that's happening. And as the science gets better and as something can come and, beat the thing that's out there, then you see things move. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to learn about it together. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to use PDRN. And there's two ways that PDRN can help. Now, I had microneedling done at a cosmetic level, and she used PDRN serum. And if you're not familiar with it, on the most basic terms, I basically had her put salmon sperm into my face. Just saying it out loud is just great. Can you imagine if I said to my husband, I've got salmon sperm in my face, honey. Isn't that fantastic? When you microneedle it, basically it's supposed to be the closest thing that they have found to what our collagen and elastin and everything in our faces, it's the closest biologically. So when they put it in, it sends messages in your skin deep within, not on the surface layer, but underneath, to start dealing with these little micro injuries that they've put on your skin where they're doing the microneedling, and they're going, your skin needs help. You got to make some elastin. You got to make some collagen. And the PDRN, when you use it that way, it is doing that. They also, this is very, very popular right now. This is from the brand Medicube, also very affordable. It is the PDRN Pink Peptide Serum. Now, PDRN, when you use it on your skin topically, it is mostly barrier protection. This is not going to do the same thing as getting it microneedled, but it does do a really nice job with barrier help. It supports, when you do it with microneedling, I just want to make sure that I'm looking at my notes correctly here because I'm just talking, but it supports skin regeneration, tissue repair, collagen remodeling, calming inflammation, and improving the healing quality. That's what you're supposed to be getting when you put it in with microneedling. Topically, it supports the barrier. And if you have like any little injuries, any zits, any, scratches, it's supposed to promote healing and also help calm and stabilize the skin. So it's like an anti-inflammatory. So there are actual salmon sperm ones, and there are also, if that grosses people out to no end, there are plant versions, but this is going to support the barrier. And what we're finding right now from all of the Korean skincare is that the barrier is what is most important. If your barrier is compromised, your skin cannot handle anything else. Yes, she numbed me completely before. Yes, this was my first time, guys. Totally didn't know what to do. I've watched people do it for years online, and I was always like, no, that's something that I'm going to have done by a professional. But you can microneedle safely at home. There are definitely things that you can do. If going and getting it done cosmetically, like I did, is not an option, there are needles that are much shorter that you can do yourself. And the person that I would point you to, and I will put her name down here, I'm sure you all watch her, but there is no one out there like Penn Smith. And she has been talking about microneedling for as long as I can remember. She now has a dedicated machine that you can use and protocol and products. She's got it all mapped out for you. And she is definitely a master esthetician. So she's gone to school. She's done the work. She's worked with companies. She just came back from Korea. I trust her so much. I'm assuming you're also using Retin-A or some form of tretinoin topical. So far, tretinoin has been found to be the only proven anti-aging topical. I do use tretinoin. I'm obviously not using it right now because right now I have to really take care of my barrier and get to the point where I can go back again onto it. Now, I have been doing a lot of reading about Retin-A, and there are two trains of thought. I 100% agree with you. Tretinoin is the one thing that we know helps with the aging process, reversals, slowdowns, changes, whatever it is that you want to call it. Vitamin A, getting it to your skin, whether it's a retinol, a retinaldehyde, or tretinoin, whatever your skin can tolerate. There are different strengths. I use the 0.05, which is like half of the strongest, but I use it every day. And I haven't done that for very long. I started, I think about 3 months ago. I got that, like that it actually, I was able to work myself up and go from 0.25 to 0.05. And during the winter, I could never get to the highest strength. However, there is another train of thought right now coming out that says there are things we can do besides that, besides using Tret, that will help with the aging process. And that's all going to come through when we start learning about more about what they're doing in Korea and what they're recommending. But right now, I'm not giving up tretinoin for anything. I have been really, it's one of those things where some people tolerate it and some people do not. Using some form of vitamin A every day is what is recommended. So do your own research. I'm not a doctor and I'm certainly not prescribing anything to anyone. Tretinoin is a prescription. The other thing that I've been reading a lot about is these estriol creams. And that's real appealing to me in terms of something that I want to learn about. But, people were using their estrogen cream on their faces, which I don't recommend when you're using it for another part of the body, which is fine. But people were putting it on their faces, and now they're actually making estriol creams that are pretty remarkable looking when you take a look at what they're showing you, but I don't know enough about it yet. Josh's whole philosophy about skin was helping your skin be the best that it can be so that it can do the work that it needed to do. And in the healing process, it's like you think like, oh, I should be using all my serums and I should be putting stuff on. You should not. You want your skin to be hydrated and protected because it should be doing the work. You don't want to give it like pretend collagen, or not pretend, biomimetic collagen necessarily, because the modeling that your skin is doing is the hardest amount of work that it can do to give you a result. So when you get an injury, think about like when you skin your knee or whatever. You skin your knee once and then it heals. And the next time when you do it, maybe it's a little bit rougher, like elbows, like your heels of your feet. Like if you get a pedicure, really, really delicate, but then when you build up that callus, it gets stronger. You want to make sure that your skin is getting better and not worse. Like, I'm still a little itchy. I could say, like, for that healing feeling, that like itchy feeling, definitely itchy, warm, but I'm not hot, and I'm not as pink and red as I was. So it will be probably another week before I start incorporating Trent again. Another week until I start using my Zip again. But the one thing that I have been doing is red light. Red light is so fantastic for microneedling. So I have been using my Current Body LED mask once a day for 10 minutes. Doing more is not going to be better for you. Been using La Mer at night, but just picked up the Caudalie Premier Crew. Ooh, I've tried that. Not the Skin Barrier, but I've tried the cream. Skin Barrier Rich Cream. So far, I really like it. Really into skincare right now. It's that time of year, isn't it? We all are like hibernating and improving our skin, except for Maria, who's out there loving life. Has to be the rich version. I agree. I love the rich version of most things. Chocolate cake, skincare. I like the rich stuff. Remember when you used to, oh my God, used to use acid exfoliation so much, like the Dr. Dennis Gross pads, we overdid the acids. Oh my gosh. Little did we know, right, Molly, that we were like destroying our skin barriers. Like, the amount of things that we did to our skin to get it to, turn over and all that stuff, it was so not based in good science. And I think that as we start to see this completely interesting Asian influence that's going to be happening, this K-beauty renaissance that we're going to be having, we are going to be, I think, learning a lot more about hydration and barrier protection and water loss and water intake. They're always saying drink water, but yes. Oh my God, Noxzema pads. Am I aging myself here, or does anyone here remember 1006? 1006 was this, I don't even know what to call it. It was like putting pure alcohol all over your face. And it stung like unbelievable. And then you put Oxy on top of it, like on your breakouts. 1006 was like an astringent. That's what it was called. And it was like, take the oil out of your face. Like, oh my God, the things that we did. I use a BHA every morning. You're supposed to. That's a really good thing. And Maria does have more oily skin than dry. My son is using BHAs also for blackheads. Really good. That's the stuff that gets in and cleans it out. Every morning, and an AHA a couple times a week. Wow, you can still tolerate that, Maria. Wow. I also use a strong 30% AHA once every 6 weeks, but my skin is oily and fairly tough. I bet you had to work up to that though. And everybody's skin is different. Like, I'm at a point right now where less seems to be more. My skin is on like that thinner side than it used to be. I can actually feel the difference. And when they go to like take blood, they'll say, oh, you might have to go in through your hand because it's so thin, blah, blah. But you work your way up and you get to know what your skin needs. And it's such an individual journey. But the thing that I think is really going to be nice is that K-Beauty is priced to include everyone, where you're always kind of looking at not the La Mers, just the La Mers, but like people who can afford like the Augustina Spotter everything, or a whole line of Sicily products, or the whole, expensive side of whatever it is. And it's hard. Like when you're like, well, I'd like to do that too. Must be nice. It's not going to be like that anymore, because K-Beauty is going to bring you the same science at a much more affordable price. And that is what is going to be really exciting, I think. Oh my God, 90s skincare. Forget it. You mean 90s skincare with putting iodine into your baby oil and going outside with my record album with the tinfoil on it? Oh yeah. Oh, you're using the Wise pads. They are no joke. I can only use it once a week. I know, those are acid pads, and I'm not saying that acids are bad. I use the daily acid toner every single day from Josh, twice a day. It's a very gentle exfoliation that I do, but I do think it's very important to turn the skin over. And the older that we get, the less it turns over by itself. We have to help it. And that's the whole idea also behind a lot of the skincare that we do. The acids are not necessarily bad. It's what acids are you using for what. You've got to know, like a BHA, the size of it can fit into all of those little pores where the blackheads are to clean them out. No AHA is going to be able to do that. You're going to need a BHA for that. So the alpha hydroxy acids are going to give you nice skin cell turnover, and the salicylic is going to get in here and clean out those pores. Oh, have you tried anything from U Beauty? I'm interested in the Duo set. I'm interested too, but I am not interested in that price right now. Do you know who's trying it right now, though, that I will ask? She got a whole bunch of it sent to her, is Tavia. Tavia, who never gets any PR, she says to me, I got all this stuff from this U Beauty. Have you heard of it? I'm like, have I heard of it? I've been like dying to try it. It's so expensive. And one of the things that they have is a tinted serum that you can use that doesn't look like foundation, that I've heard. CosRx Snail Mucin Gel in the morning after rinsing off your Retin-A. Jocelyn, you are using K-Beauty already. That's one of the big things. I use the In Beauty version of the Snail Mucin that also has the copper peptide in it. It's like the plant equivalent, the biomimetic equivalent. I love a good acid, but not as much as I used to. I want to try the Wise. Yeah, she seems to have a lot going on right now with her brand. And these lippies, you guys, they got that same luxurious top that, you get on the Edams. But I think these colors are just, like, I can put this underneath any lip or over a matte lipstick, which is what I was going to show you guys tonight. Yummy. This is the color Life of the Party. It's just healthy feeling and looking. I really like it. I definitely think that it's worth trying. My aunt uses the Snail Mucin. I've tried it, but it freaks me out. The texture is, ugh. I know, it's hard to get used to. There is the plant version. I love this Lisa Eldridge stuff. It's really good. Like, I can still feel like right now, my skin could use a drink of water. Like, it's so dry in the house right now. I made my husband turn the humidifier up on our furnace, but when you have frigid cold weather and your heat's going all the time, there's like no moisture in the air right now. As Molly would say, like, we need some humidity. Holly with the snail. I know. It's like that. And you see it, like, have you ever seen like a real snail, like moving and like leaving a trail? It's hard to get behind that and use that. I've tried the snail goo. It's soaked into my skin surprisingly well, given it's kind of sticky, and my skin really loved it. Must get it again. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more snail mucin because there's going to be a lot more of it. This K-Beauty is going to be the great equalizer. That's my prediction. Love the Zamac tip on the Wise Lip. Is that what it's called? I don't know what that's called. But this, is that what we're talking about? Because I like anything like this. I love like the cool, like when your lips are chapped and they're kind of like hurting and you got like those little lines up there. It just feels really good. I put a thicker lotion on after the snail to de-stickify it. Also, what you're doing is exactly right. You're supposed to put on that snail mucin, and then on top of it, you use something like a heavy moisturizer, something there. I still slug. I don't know if slugging is still going to be a thing, but sealing in all the goodness that I'm putting in and all those serums and all of that money that I'm putting into my face, I am going to seal with something heavy duty so that my skin can have it for as long as possible. And guys, I'm here to say you can use this on your face. You can use it on your body. Prequel has kind of blown me away. Very ingredient first. In Beauty also, I think they're kind of like that same, this is a little less money, but not much. I know they just came out with the sunscreen. I haven't tried it. They also came out with the retinol. I haven't tried that just because I do the tretinoin. But the minute I heard about the rich version of this, I got on it because I love the other one. Yes, it feels cool. It does, doesn't it? One of my favorite ingredients is Centella Asiatica. I think it's so healing, and in a ton of K-Beauty. A ton of K-Beauty. Green tea. Anything anti-inflammatory like that is big. The Centella Asiatica is in like the Dr. Jart and the one that, the product that Jocelyn was just talking about. Great stuff. Zamac, I am learning a new word. I love learning a new word. I agree. Centella Asiatica is very soothing. It is very. So we've got oatmeal, Aveeno. They knew about it a long time ago. Allantoin, very soothing. Licorice root, very soothing. Ceramides and peptides are the things that are the little messengers that are going to be doing the hard work. Adenosine is also in here. Very excellent. But if you're very sensitive and at nighttime you want to seal it up, I highly recommend this Skin Utility Balm. This has the Chica and the Shea and a lipid complex. And this has been sealing in with less mess, like on my pillow with the Aquaphor. But it just does like a nice job. You know, these have on the back, they are telling us now, non-greasy, fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, allergy tested, suitable for all skin types. Safe for sensitive skin, safe for eczema skin, dermatologist developed, dermatologist tested. you're going to be seeing a ton of this, a ton of proof, a ton of science, and not a hocus pocus thing like we've been getting. Skincare is about to take a huge, huge shift. And I will get more into this as we do. But when I was walking through there, I have to just say, I'm going to completely say something that will make me sound kind of snobby. I don't really care. I never really cared much for IT Cosmetics. I like their brushes that they have like at Ulta. Like some of them, one of my favorite brushes is this one. I think it was like one of the first ones I bought in like 2018. It just says Chick Pow is all that's left on here. No idea, but it says it. You can see it on there. And this was an IT for Ulta, real soft brush. I have a whole bunch of them. Love them. The products, not so much. The Dew Balm is constantly sold out on Sephora Canada. Really? She's Canadian, isn't she? Even though she lives here, because she speaks French all the time. You guys, can we take like a 30-second bathroom break? I've been drinking tea for so long, I have to use the washroom. And then we're going to talk about the fact that I bought something from IT Cosmetics, and we're going to try it out together. So take a bathroom break. I'm coming back, and we're going to continue our disassociating with beauty conversation. Go get yourself some tea or whatever's floating your boat. And I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to mute this. Thank you. I was pushing fluids past couple days. And, going Girls got to do what a girl's got to do. Okay, back to my It Cosmetics snot. Oh, bye, Joss. Okay, so I saw an ad for this or something. Maybe it was the Lipstick Lesbians. I can't remember, but this is the It Do It All Sheer Tint Face Balm 92% Skincare Serum. I'm going on Ulta. Okay. Like, I'm not an It Cosmetics person, and I usually do like luxury stuff. Totally agree on It Cosmetics. They seem so dated, but I don't care. That balm is so intriguing. I felt the same way. Okay. I had to get it. Okay. So it's called the Do It All. It comes in 15 shades. I got the lightest cool tone one. So this is number 125 Fair Cool. This is what it looks like. It's slippery. And I was thinking like it's going to be a lot like a cream to powder. It's not. I'm going to move this. It's not a cream to powder. In fact, when I'm putting it on right now, like I'm just sitting here imagining, it feels like I just put on some skincare, like a nice hydrating skincare. It doesn't feel like, like when there's certain creams that you put on that right away when they go on your skin, they turn into like a powder. That's not this. This is totally different feeling. Anyway, it says It Cosmetics Do It All Sheer Tint Face Balm is your ultimate 4-in-1. I don't think it's an ultimate 4 in anything, but tinted moisturizer that transforms skin instantly and over time. This next generation serum combines sheer buildable coverage with 92% skincare ingredients for a radiant look that firms, hydrates, and minimizes the look of lines. Okay, so it says all that stuff, and I'm in there with literally a bright red face, like I had just come from getting my microneedling done. I must have scared the crap out of people. I didn't care. I put a little of it on my hand because they must have just put it out because like there wasn't even anybody that had tried the one that I opened. And I put it on my hand, and it's always my test because my hands show my age, like they're wrinkly. And I was like, wow, that's very smoothing looking. And it didn't feel dry. Like once I put it on, I could still feel that it felt hydrating, but not in a greasy way, like in a water way, like in that hydrated way. Let's see what the ingredients are. The first ingredient is water. The second one is dimethicone. High up on here is glycerin. There's some waxes, a bunch of dimethicone, silicone sounding things. Sodium hyaluronate. But phenoxyethanol, is that where you get the 1% and everything after is less. They're saying it's 92% skincare. I guess, like glycerin, and then there's a Candela Cera. I don't know what that is, and a wax. I don't know. But I'm still sitting here and it still feels like a hydrated hand. It doesn't feel greasy and it doesn't feel like it's dry. So when I look at it with both of my hands, it's very smoothing. And you know how the Lisa Eldridge, when you put the skin tint on and it doesn't outline every wrinkle that you have and you're like, ooh, this is fantastic. That's what this is like. All right, you guys, we're trying it out. I'm pulling out my It Cosmetics brush. That's a very like heavy duty paddle brush. We're going to see if it can cover up all these things that I've done with the microneedling. So we're going to get in super close here. Oh, I tinted my eyebrows and she trimmed them for me because they're growing so much from the serum. So I'm excited because I never go out without eyebrows, and now I might be able to start soon. All right, I'm just putting a little bit on the brush, and I'm going to start in the middle because I always like more coverage in the middle and less as I go out. But I've got a lot to cover, and I really want to show you guys. See, I still have, obviously, sun damage, but some spots up here, over here, that still have, you know, the marks. But we are going to see what this It Cosmetics Do It All Sheer Balm. Oops, I just lost it. And I'm telling you right now, this feels amazing. So let's see. We'll do it one side of my face. Okay, I can already tell you that I am going to need a whole lot less of this than I just put on. Like, I probably could use this on my whole face because I don't like the look of a whole bunch of makeup on. So I'm going to spread this. Okay, I'm seeing brush strokes right now. What I'm going to do, because I didn't realize that I was going to get so much of it on me. I don't want more than I need. So I'm going to pat off a little bit and go back over it with the brush because I want to have a brush with this formula, not a sponge, because I don't want to take away the hydration. But I am going to bring some of this over. I might just start using my hands. I will say on my skin, it feels like I'm putting on like a lotion or some kind of a serum. And I have to say, like, my first impression is that it's already evening out my skin tone a lot. And here is an area that is not one of my favorite. Now this is supposed to be buildable where you need it. I think I'm going to use my fingers now. I always like fingers because they don't absorb product and I can control how much I'm putting on. So let's just start over here. And I'm just going to dab on a little extra. And let's see what I can do like on under eye, because it's supposed to be, quote, do it all. I'm guessing that that's skincare. I don't know, hydration, foundation, and concealer. I don't know what the four things are. What are the four things? Oh, here we go. Made with 92% skincare ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, collagen peptide, and vitamin E. Buildable radiant finish for a luminous glow. Next generation tinted moisturizer starts as a solid serum and melts effortlessly into the skin. I will have to say that so far, I'm on board with that. It says available in 15 flexible shades. I always feel like flexible shades means like that they didn't make enough colors yet, but okay. A biosynthetic collagen peptide similar to a protein fragment found in collagen. All right, so that's the skincare part. Key ingredients: hyaluronic acid, hydrates and plumps for all-day moisture, collagen peptide, a biosynthetic collagen peptide similar to a protein fragment found in collagen. Vitamin E moisturizes and provides antioxidant benefits. And it says 92% skincare based with collagen peptide, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E for better looking bare skin after just 4 weeks. 4-in-1 makeup benefit for instant and over time skin transformation. Provides buildable sheer coverage with a radiant finish for a healthy glow. Visibly firms and minimizes the look of lines for smoother looking skin. Provides 24-hour hydration, leaving skin feeling plump and comfortable. Blends effortlessly with no mess for easy on-the-go application. A biosynthetic collagen peptide similar to a protein fragment found in collagen. They keep saying the same thing over and over. Based on a consumer study on bare skin after 4 weeks of daily use. Ultra lightweight serum-like texture that adapts to a wide range of skin tones with 15 sheer flexible shades. And their research says 91% of people said it minimized the surface imperfections like wrinkles and fine lines. And I have to say, like, so far, I have to kind of agree that it hasn't, like, it didn't outline everything. I definitely need like a little bit more, but we'll get there. 92% of skincare base, visibly improves skin while using for 4 weeks, provides 24-hour hydration and instant radiance based on a consumer study after 1 week of regular use, consumer study, blah, blah. Okay. Let's talk real life. My skin, okay, so I have this little red area like right there. Now you're all going to see it all the time like me. It drives me flipping nuts. Like even if I go out with like nothing on, I always feel like I have to cover that up. And I think that did a nice job. This is one of my wounds. Might need to use like a little brush on it. But let's look here. So if I want to hide some of this, this is not turning into a powder. And I will tell you that it does not feel like you know how the Bobbi Brown one that nobody liked, except for me. I am extremely dry skin. I just had like a procedure or whatever, a treatment done. And this doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting. It doesn't seem like it's accentuating anything. I do feel like it's definitely evened my skin tone. Let's see how buildable we can make it. We'll do eyelids because those are always discolored. It feels really good. I think the color works. It's a very sheer product though. I mean, it's helping. I don't feel like it's settling anywhere. I'm not a person that wants a mask though. Like when I put on foundation, I'm looking for like one color to sort of happen. And the amount of coverage that I want is as little as possible because I feel like a lot of times it looks like I'm wearing a mask. Let me see this up close and personal on my magnifying mirror. And we'll get in real close for you guys. Okay, I'm on maximum magnification with you guys now. So this is always an area that is a problem, like where things will gather. And I don't feel like this is accentuating any of that. It's there, but it's, let's see what we can do to kind of blur this area. I don't know, you guys, it feels really good. Like, I've never felt anything like this before. There have been a lot of hydrating products that come out looking very greasy or feel like grease. This doesn't feel like it's greasy. I could definitely see the need to powder if you have oily skin, but I mean, if you went out with just moisturizer on, you'd probably look shiny out in the heat. Let's see what you guys are saying. The price is good too. Yeah, it was. It was not expensive. It is $34. I don't know how much product there is. It's like there's a second, there's like a second label that I can't get to right now. I was looking to see where this is made. Let me pull you out a little bit. And I was thinking, like, is this Korean? But from what I can tell, the only thing that it says is USA. So I don't know. We don't know where the ingredients came from. We don't know, you know, if it's assembled in the USA, where the ingredients come from, blah, blah. They don't tell you. But I do think that it feels amazing. And I'm not shiny. Am I shiny? I look shinier with my other stuff on. Candelia Sarah is a vegetable wax from a shrub grown in Mexico. Thank you, Jocelyn. The shade looks nice. Looks great. Let me try this out. Wax is the original ceramide. Should be great even for my ultra sensitive skin. I have to say, I'm kind of wowed. It takes a lot for me to see if I like a product. Now, granted, I think the color's good and I think I look even. Do I think this is going to take the place of a concealer? I don't know. I'm going to work on like some of these areas and let's just see. Like, I've got a nice big sunspot over here that is always a good time for me. And I don't want to look masky. Like I said, like I want things to be even. And obviously I don't want to walk around like with like holes on my face from having this done. But what do you guys think? I mean, honestly, wow. Look at me putting It Cosmetics down. Guys, if you have mature skin, textured skin, bumpy skin, dry patches, winter skin, over sun skin, dehydrated, this is not going to settle into lines or do anything. Let's just see, like, I'm going to take my little Lisa Eldridge pen and I'm just going to go on top of this one that's obviously like needing a little extra love. I love this little pencil. It's waterproof and it stays. Like I usually do my little red spot with it. Okay. Thoughts. Not available in Canada. Well, it just came out. Don't say that yet. Looks great. You're in. You guys, I think this is gonna sound crazy because I don't gush easily. I'm looking at my nose right now where I know this, like when you look like you know, like every little pore, like if when you go into like that crazy mode of like really looking at stuff. I'm kind of blown away. Now, as this is sitting, I don't even feel like it's feeling drier. I think like when I do this tomorrow, I want to start with it as kind of a concealer to see how much coverage I get, like just under the eyes and stuff. But $34. I mean, see how it's not in my lines, like it's not outlining them. And I think like when I come back here, I mean, we're gonna put some makeup on it, but let's see if it likes powder and other products, because that's kind of the story. Let's just take a nice, easygoing one that I love. This is my shade match of the century. I've never had a shade match better than FL 1.5 with Victoria Beckham concealer. Now we know it's not like a full coverage situation, but I want to see how it plays with another product. Usually I get red over here. It's a very interesting product. Oh my God, you guys. I'm gonna like feel really bad about what I said about IT Cosmetics pretty soon. I remember when Jamie sold it. Who owns them now? Estee Lauder or L'Oreal? The only thing that I can remember, and I want somebody to remember this with me, there was a product that was at the drugstore, and it was something anti-aging, and they had like a balm, and it was orangey. Molly, do you remember this? Concealer Shade Twins. You have 1.5 also. There was a product that they had at the drugstore, but that went like cream to powder. This is not powdery. Like I could powder. I wouldn't say it's completely dried down. No, I wouldn't say it's completely dried down, but it also just went on. So we're going to leave it alone for a little bit. Do you guys, can you believe how even my skin is right now? That's kind of wild. I don't know. It might be fantastic. I don't know. I mean, I know that I have a lot of marks on my face, and I don't think we can like hold it against the fact that it didn't completely cover the fact that I just microneedled my face. But wow, this shade is the Coolest Light Tone Fair Cool 125. Let me pull up Ulta. I was kind of worried because it was a lot of numbers before they finally got to cool. You know how sometimes they do that? Where you're looking at the shade range and then you finally get to a cool tone, but it's like a ways in. Or whatever undertone people are. Obviously not always cool like me. Okay. I don't understand why this isn't. Okay. All right, I'm pulling this up. Okay. So it 4.6 stars with 708 reviews. Okay. This is the Do It All Sheer Tint Face Balm. 133 people have viewed it in the last 3 hours. I hate when they put that. Okay, so they start at the fairest neutral. That's looking pretty yellow. More of a yellow undertone than neutral to me, but I mean, it's very sheer as you saw. Fair Warm is 120. So I have the third one, Fair Cool, 125. And I have to say, like, very good match for me, but also very sheer. Oh, I hope you get it in Canada too. It just came out literally like this week. Okay, and then it goes to a light neutral, light warm, light medium warm, there's your medium neutral, there's your middle of the ground, like, and then we're going to start to get deeper, medium cool. That actually looks like a very pretty color. Medium tan warm. I want to see how deep this goes. Tan neutral. It looks like they're staying with neutral warm, and it's not really like undertones. So I think that they're counting on the fact that this is a sheer product. I don't know, that it seems balanced, but also it doesn't seem like a lot of shades. How to use, tap with brush or fingers. I agree, because you're gonna want the skincare. You know how like when you use a sponge and it takes the dew out? All right, you know how I said that it wasn't really dried down? Now I feel like it is. I'm not ready to wipe my face on like a white t-shirt, but it's not damp. Simply dip your Heavenly Lux. Oh God, this is gonna kill. This is gonna kill Holly. Don't touch it with your hands, Holly. You can blend it starting at the center of your face, blend outward, blah, blah, décolleté to achieve a radiant finish. Complete your look by applying an even layer. Add more product as needed to build up your desired level of coverage. No mistakes. Okay. Okay. Got 15 shades. It seems to be pretty well balanced. $34 is not exactly expensive in the scheme of the foundations that I've been using lately. Still like so itchy, like where it's, you know how you get like an itch where it's healing? That's how it feels today. Like, ooh, you keep going, skin. I feel like it's working. Okay, so that, I'm recommending it. And I haven't even put other stuff on with it yet. Let's see how it takes blush. Oh, I've been dying to try this on my face again. Oh, side note. From what I understand, the next collection, that denim collection that we've all seen, that Nordstrom got in a lot of trouble with Chanel because of it. And they had it up on their website and they had to take it down, but not before a bunch of people got it. And from what I understand, Nordstrom may be actually sold out of the product now. I'm not sure. It was supposed to be the denim collection for boutiques, the .com, and Nordstrom only, period. And this is what I think. We know Le Beige is coming because we've seen the pictures. So we know that there's a Le Beige that has like a green in it and stuff, which makes absolutely no sense. I'm going to put this on while we're talking. I'm not going to put contour on or anything yet because I want to see like how this like takes powder. And I'm going to use my Rougher number 5 for this. I'm going to use my favorite color, this mauve tone. What was I just saying? I'm like starting to babble because I'm like tired, but where was I? This is my menopause brain and I can't stand it. It like makes me feel like I'm so stupid. Oh, the denim. So if you see it and you want it, my advice would be to grab it. However, because we know Le Beige is coming, because we know that Europe and the UK and everybody got the new formula of the bronzer, you know we're going to be getting that. So they're going to make a big deal out of that and the Le Beige. And I think that there will be like some other things, but I think that denim is going to be like that spring collection that starts really small and may get bigger. Either that or it's going to be one of those where it's like whiplash and it's there and it's gone and then that's it. I don't know what kind of games they're playing. All right, so I'm just going to tap some of this on to see. It's such a good color for me. Like when this palette came out in the peachy colors, I was like, I really hope they come out with a pink one. Why didn't they do 2? And then this came out and I was like very excited. So I'm going to get real close with you guys again. You can see that I still have red marks. Like this has not covered my stuff. I could go around and spot conceal. I'm not bothering right now. But it is taking powder really nicely. I'm going to take a little bit of this brighter one. Just put it up here. I have to say, I think that this is a really pretty product. And I'm kind of blown away. I kind of like wanted to just try it, it was appealing. And I don't know. I don't know what it was about it that made me go touch it, but you know how like you're at the store and oh, there's something new. Okay, I'll go over there and see what that's about. And when I felt it, I was like, this feels like nothing I've ever felt before. And my face was feeling crazy. So there was no way I was going to try it except for to do lick my hand at that point. I'm just taking a little of that highlighter. I don't know. It's not grabbing at powder. It's not doing anything weird. Looks much more even. Totally. And that's all I want out of a foundation, to be honest. Le Beige. I'm back now. I just had to finish editing a video. Can't wait to see what you did. I have not seen the Le Beige collection. I've only seen the 2 quads, one with pink and gray and the other with blue and gold. Can you share info about the Le Beige? I have seen the Le Beige. Let's see if I can find it. Now, all the bronzers and stuff, I know Maria can tell us. Maria, do you remember when those came out? When you guys got the new bronzers and we didn't? I'm assuming that you got yours from the UK. Was that last summer? Okay, just so we're all speaking the same language here. I have to remove this to be able to add the same screen. Okay. So the collection that we're talking about going into stores right now is this denim collection. And that's going to be the highlighter. And I've seen it compared to the other blue one. And this is much more smooth looking. That hand lotion container that I can't get out of my head. Thank you, Holly. I want to put my AirPods in there also, like you said. So that's $85, but it's very cute. There's 2 palettes here. Very sheer. So I'm ordering the Blue Lippy, and I'll get both of these palettes. And I'm going to do the highlighter and the hand cream. It's going to be a heavy hit, but I did 0 Dior. I just want to say I did 0 Dior and 1 It Cosmetics, which says I just can't believe. And it's so nice. I mean, I don't feel like my skin right now is thirsty, okay? And I don't think it looks dry. It looks more even. Okay, so that's a lip tint. Okay, so where is... I'm told I have pictures. Do you guys want to see the Prada lips on people? I have pictures of all the lip colors now. I'm in the process right now. I just downloaded a new app because Apple makes it impossible to sort your photos. And it's a tagging system where I'll easily be able to pull stuff up for you guys. I'm looking. I may have to show it to you on my phone. because my phone has the repost app. It's not going to be the greatest quality picture, but oh, that's a terrible picture. Wow. This is terrible. It has a green in it, like an army green. I can't find the picture. You know what? I'll find it and I'll show it to you next time. But I will tell you that to me, it's so not Le Beige, because Le Beige is always like, you know, kind of like a bronzy, whatever. This is a terrible picture. You cannot tell anything from this. Diet Scope has it, if you want to go on Diet Scope. Here. You have like an orange, a purple, a green. I mean, this is so not Le Beige. Oh, you sent me a picture. Thank you. There you go. That's Le Beige. And then Maria. That looks completely different to the one on Diet Scope. Well, this is an actual photograph that is from Asia. So I'm told that this one was correct. For all I know. I don't know. I like this foundation or skin tint or whatever this is. And I have to say, like, on post-procedural skin, A+. I think it's taking powder really, really well. I think it's concealed. I don't see anything weird. Except for my eyes. It's not settling into lines. It's not pronouncing anything. And I think when you look at me like this, like, it's definitely like more of an even tone. Felice is here. Hi, Felice. Not sure about the Quint. Do not love the formula. My problem with the Chanel Le Beige is not the colors. It's those tiny little, I can't stand the shape of the palette. I feel like I can't get a brush in. Speaking of brushes, you guys, I'm a little bit excited. Maybe I'll wait till next time, but Tom at Ruffer came through and sent me PR. This is I was showing my son this because he's going to Japan. He's like, Mom, am I going to have to buy another suitcase when I come home? I'm like, that's a really good idea. So this is the basic 10 brushes, and I've used these exclusively for a long time, but I'm very excited. And I sent on another one of the Shotos, and then one of the special Ellie button ones, but I will show it to you guys when I can do it some justice. Okay, what else did I buy that I was so excited about? Oh, I would have to say this is exciting. I picked up the mini clutch from Nordstrom. Now, I have a couple palettes here that are not yet released. This is the Nordstrom. This is the one with the really beautiful, like, I guess it's like an ombre metallic Valentine's Day extravaganza. And it is called like something really funny. Sparkling Lust. Well, doesn't everybody want some sparkling lust? We're all about that. Ruffer PR. Thank you for being excited. Okay, so this is a really fun topper. On me, a nice, cool toned nude matte. This one is a little bit warmer, also a matte. Oh, I really like this formula. And another sparkly. More mauve, this one. So we've got like a champagne. Oh, this is really pretty, you guys. A lot prettier than I thought it was going to be. This is the sparkly, the nudes, and the other sparkly. And I actually think that my lights are on. Let me make sure the temperature of the lights is right. Okay, this is more daylight now. So we've got this sparkly one right here, the two nudes, and the second sparkle. Very pretty, actually. Let's see if I can get deeper swatches for you guys. Oh, I think you can do a lot with this. And I think these shades are going to complement people. I think this can be like a nice everyday palette, which is kind of crazy, but also like you can have some fun. It's got like, this one's got like more chunky reflect in it, and this one's just more of like a shiny metallic kind of an idea. The packaging is beautiful. Now, I picked up, these are not all of the palettes that are coming. I bought a couple of them from Tavia when she was selling them. And there was one that I thought was very close. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The one that most people have in this family from YSL would be number 400, which is called Babylon Roses. This is like the pinky one that most people think of. me take the little guys out. This is the limited edition, and this is Babylon Roses. I'll swatch it next to it. This is a lot deeper. I do love this palette though. I think it's like a really beautiful one, and this one is not limited edition. So if you're definitely deeper, this is definitely more like nudie. This has got more depth to it. All right, now here's the not yet released Forbidden Whisper. Like, who is making these names? I feel like they're writing some kind of like a, what were those things called? Harlequin romance novels? Okay. They're awfully close. If you're fretting about getting the one from Nordstrom and you're just doing it for the packaging, let's see how close these swatches are, but I haven't swatched it. So let's find out together. Boy, are they close. This one's got more of the lavender look, but a lot lighter. Yeah, this is very light, like very light. Like maybe Asia exclusive white. Okay, now you can see it better. That's the limited edition one. This one's more in the lavender pink. This is more of like the berry, and then we've got like more of like the almost like warmer nude, but cooler sparkles. So they are different. This one today is number 126. The one that is coming out is 410, and Babylon Roses is 400. All right, I'm going to do a quick look, and we'll just see how this goes. I'm going to use my rougher brushes that I already have. So I have to wash all of those. All right, this is my number 15 brush. I'm going to go into the deeper of the two nudes, just lightly. And not putting any primer on or anything. I want to see how it works with the 4-in-1. You know I have to go dark right here where it's coming out. And this hasn't been microneedled yet. I'm excited for her to do it. Okay, so not super deep, but it's not like those Chanel ones that Felice, basically nothing showed up on her and she's very fair. I think this is purposefully just very smoothing on the eye. And this is the deeper of the two. So you could definitely go in like with another color if you wanted to get a little more drama, like at nighttime. But I think it's a very nice, like neutral color. I'm just using my drag out technique. I'm going to go in with the lighter nude color and just go over the center of my eyelid. And I think the magic is going to be with these little sparkles. I think this is like the perfect daytime eye. Like I look at this and this is like what I want. I want color, but not color. And then I want to like put like little sparkles on it. So this should work out well for me. But I like the tone, and with no primer, that went on really well. I'm going to go in with the more metallic-y one and kind of put it on the outer part. So that is a nice, like in person, little tiny sparkles, which is pretty. And we're going to go into the center with the lighter color. Go in with my finger. Ooh, hello. Hello. Well, now it just became like more of a nighttime vibe. It definitely needs mascara, but ooh. Okay. That's kind of a fun little twist. I guess for Valentine's Day, you want something that's more blingy. But it's just so interesting that like the shades are so just mellow and I think really beautiful on their own. And then when you add this, you get like a whole different look. I'm going to go back in with the lighter matte color because I like that on the inner part of my eye. Remember, this is all real estate that you can use. And just take a little bit of the sparkly one. Ooh, I think that's pretty. Do we like? The packaging is insane. I wish that they were refillable as well. It's a very pretty palette. You decluttered Bella and Roses. Wow. Kept Spontini Lilies. Prefer the Ellie Quad. Reminds me of the Prada quads from last year. It reminds me of that. That's a great, except for the sparkle. I think it's really pretty. It's like almost like that wet look. I'm going to go in with my Rouge Noir Chanel. Let me curl. Let me rough or curl. I think this is a really pretty palette. And if I can get excited about the mattes in something, then that's got to be a good palette. All right, I'm going to tight line. Get a little. I haven't put makeup on in like 4 days, and I forgot how. I love these sticks though, because they glide so well and they set down so nicely, and the size of them, like for a waterline, is so nice. I just want to give my lashes like a little help. And by the way, I have decided that I don't really like brown mascara on me. I gave it a go the other day and I wore the espresso. Maybe it's the formula. The brown from Victoria Beckham, I'm not really a fan of this formula anymore. It gets too gloppy too easily, and like I can't get the, you have to like clean it off like every single time. And this is my ride or die, my Vast Lash. And the drying super fast on the Hourglass doesn't let me build as much as I'd want to. And I like the color espresso, like it's definitely like the deepest brown. I'm just like, I am not cool. I'm not in. I know everybody loves brown right now. I'm kind of excited to try something like in the maybe like maroon family, or like a deep plum, I'm thinking. But there's just nothing for me that even comes close to the Vast Lash. And until something beats it, it's taking over. It's the one that I want. And I can make it less or more dramatic if I want to. This is a newer bottle, so it still is like, you know, it's like takes like a week or two till you like love it. And with her mascaras, I always push a little bit longer because obviously they're so expensive, but I love her mascara when it gets like a little thick. I don't know. It's weird. But I'm not a brown mascara person. It just doesn't, I feel like it doesn't, I know a lot of looks right now that people are doing are like mascara free. Like a lot of people are just doing like no mascara, and that will never be me. I like eyelashes, I think, and I went through like the eyelash extension phase. I went through the growing out the eyelashes after eyelash extension phase. I've gotten through using prostaglandin, not using prostaglandin. And I'm just very happy right now where I am with my not too shabby grande lashed lashes. And this mascara that does not budge. It's weird. It's like a tubing, but not a tubing. But I think that's a really pretty nude look. I did not purchase the lip because you know what? I have a ton of lips already. Just a ton. So I am going to put on the lipstick that I was so excited about, the Chanel one that I was like dying for. Now this is going to be a tough formula for me because it is matte, but I like to use whatever lip balm you like. I am a huge fan of the Clear Coast from Phytosurgeons. It fills in my lines and keeps me hydrated. Good night, Jocelyn. I like to dab. But I think this color, this is 357 Irreverente. But it's just like, I mean, the closest thing that I've ever seen to Chanel coming out with a lip color that's not super warm. And I love that it's a matte, but it's not like a super dry one. And I know everybody is using a pencil that's close to like your nude color. but I just want to use something that's more this is a little bit nude, but not too nude. The overlining thing I think is going to look dated. I like a blur. I do like to overline a little bit because I took all the filler out, but this color is really pretty. And I have to say, like, I think I'm looking at the foundation. It's not wet at all anymore. I want to see how it takes powder, but I wouldn't powder this normally. Go to the old stash. My beloved. The Real Talc Formula. Wow. My skin is so dry. Powder's probably not the best thing for me right now. Let me give myself a little spritz. Little Lisa Eldridge. But I think it took the powder fine. I would not powder this if it was me. But I also like dewy. And I'm not saying that this is dewy, but I'm not saying that I would rub up against like a white t-shirt. Let's go a little heavier on the blush. What do we think, guys? Go back into this color. I'm so used to using like a cream blush. But gosh, this is a pretty color. Wish this was permanent. This one mauve color. Oh. You like the eyes? The limited edition. I mean, I have to say, packaging wise, could they like have come up with like anything more beautiful? I mean, there's a purse on Free People that kind of reminds me of this right now that I've been looking at. It's like an ombre purse. I think this palette is beyond gorgeous, and I love the mattes, and I could not be happier that I own it. But there are many like it, and it's not an, oh my God, it's so different. It's just, I am a neutrals lover. And when I find a neutrals palette like this that I can jazz up, I'm in. Love it. Good night, Jocelyn. Good night, Jocelyn. You like Holly? This looks pretty. The eyes are great. And then I think like if you wanted to, you could put like a deeper color on like at nighttime and really, you know, like vamp it up, I was going to say. And this, I always like to put a little of my lip color into my blush because I think that it just makes the look like more cohesive. honestly, like when I go out at night with all the purses that are so little now, a lipstick goes a long way because it can be your blush too. But I think that this looks really good. And I'm going to get in close so you guys can look at the way that the foundation has taken the powder. I don't think I've ever gone the right direction when I push this button. Now, like this obviously is not covered. And you can still see like my sunspots and everything, but I look older and worse with a full mask of makeup on than I do with a light layer that just evens me out and then, capture their attention with something else. Love the palette. Reminds me of Mac Hawks. Mac Hawks. One of your I don't know that palette. Is it like a MAC, like unbelievable palette that I should remember? The eyeshadow is so pretty, you guys. I think that these colors, these two nudes, are going to complement everyone because I have to say, like, they're balanced. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to make people warm or cool feel happy. I'm trying to figure out which finger's which. Those two colors are very smoothing on the eye. And then these two little fun ones, you've got like the more lavendery one and the, like, I'm not going to say snow because everybody's covered in it right now. We got like 12 inches last night and we didn't even know we were getting it. I don't know where it came from. Molly, looking at you. Good palette. Really a nice palette. Nordstrom exclusive for now. I think she's a winner. But I think that the winner of the night might be this. I want to try with a little tiny brush and see if I can get it to be like a spot concealer. Even though I already have blush on. But I just want to see. Because it's not setting anymore. This is set over here. I mean, you're not going to get full coverage from this. But you can definitely get rid of those dark areas with a little extra product. I'm going to say travel friendly because it's not a liquid. So it's not going to like count in your little tiny bag of liquids that you're allowed to bring. Guys, I think I am an IT Cosmetics lover. This is so good. It's a single shade. What's this? Oh, the MAC. Okay. Oh, good. Is it not limited editions? Maybe we can find it. I was not expecting this palette to show up like that. It really is pretty. And you guys, honestly, loved it without the sparkles too. Like it's just kind of like that clean, kind of polished look where you could do like a major lip with just that. You guys, the If Bomb is the bomb. And I'm going to just tell you right now, you better run to your Ulta and go get shade matched because I got a feeling that there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to find this appealing on their faces. This is the closest looking foundation, skincare, whatever product that I have found that even is in the same zip code, same country, same sphere as the Lisa Eldridge. The way this sits on the skin and the magical of it, this is still the winner. I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to take my crown and give it to IT Cosmetics, because for me, the Lisa Eldridge is a magic potion that evens me out and makes it look like I'm not wearing any makeup. Because I've put powder on and stuff, I'll have to give you like what I feel about it. Also, I didn't exfoliate and stuff before I went for my treatment. She told me not to irritate it. So like I'm feeling like I have peach fuzz right now that needs to go away, but hell yeah, you guys, this is a good one. If you're my skin twin, you are 125. Again, there was only 15 colors. So it's basically deciding if you're light, fair, medium, and then warm or cool, because they are flexible shades. That is the palette. That is Babylon Roses. And this is the not yet released. This one is going to be, I bet, for Asia. Maybe not. Maybe this is the vibe. It's definitely more like the lavenders. We're going to have to do it as a look. But I have to say, I really like this palette a lot. I think it performed really well too. I have to get the IT Sun Blush in Sunlit 10. It's great. Okay, Holly, I will never speak poorly of IT Cosmetics again. But I will say, after like years of like the thickest like complexion products possible, IT Cosmetics had them. What is Sunlit 10? Like, I'm dying. Is it a powder blush? Is it a... Now I'm looking it up. Sunlit 10. I'm excited. Oh, they have serum color bombs also. Like, wait a second. I wonder if it's the same kind of formula. Is it like a cream to powder, or is it just like a cream to cream? Okay, hi. That is Sunlit Soft Pink. And this is a Do It All Serum Color Balm Sun Cream Blush and Bronzer. What does it feel like, Holly? Do you think it's the same formula? Because if it is, I'm buying all of them. Okay, so this is Sun Blossom. More of a, more of a peachy vibe. Sun Bronze 200 is light bronzer. I'm hoping the shade range gets crazy over here. Sun Rush. Ooh, that's awfully beautiful. Sun Tan. Light bronzer. That is not a light bronzer. I have to go feel all these tomorrow. Sun Warmth Neutral Coral Blush. And Sunlit Soft Pink Blush. What a gorgeous color, Holly. Good rec. It's a balm blush in the same component. Aren't there blushes balms too? I've never felt the foundation balm. The blush is a balm. I bet it's the same. Okay, so Holly, my question for you is, does it cream to powder, or is it just creamy, like kind of slidey? Kind of, I don't want to make it sound bad, like not slimy, but slippy. Slippy would be the word that I'm looking for. Does it have like a slip, and does it dry down, or is it more of like a creamy product? Does that make sense? I'm going to go feel them tomorrow. I'm going to go over there now. Not obviously. I love that color, and I want to put that on my lips. Like that's that like pinky peachy perfect color. Joining late, I feel like the term serum suggests slippy. Oh, hi, you're back. We're so happy to see you. Hello. Cream to powder. Okay, so it really does dry down to a powder. This is a different formula then. But I bet they're really good together. And I'm still going to say this is not a cream to powder. This is a true balm. It's the balm. The balm. The balm is the balm. I have to say, this has been a delightful time of just having fun with makeup and escaping life. And I've not thought about one awful thing until like right now. So yay. All right. Overall, what do I want to say? Number one, I think if you are a mauve person, a pinky person, I think you're going to love this. Oh, and you know what? This weird color over here, this is why I didn't put any bronzer on. It kind of has a bronzery vibe, but in like the pink way. And I know that it's a weird color. I don't want to like ruin the look, but I have found that if I just put a small amount on, it's almost like a bronzy effect without being bronzer. I know it's kind of glowy, but I don't know. There's something about it that I really like. Cream to powder. I could be wrong. Just swatched it. My hands are dry. We're not going to like hold your feet to the fire because I'm still going to go there tomorrow and buy it regardless because that color has me like this. Oh, I'm so glad you have that. I debated the Chanel palette, but it seemed like a lot of pink. Oh, I got to tell you. If you are a cool toned person or a pinky person, I thought that this color over here was like the one that was kind of weird. Honest to God, if this was a single, I'd lose my mind. I would. The colors are so pretty. And they go so well with all of this YSL. Here, I'm going to go up here because I'm like out of room. But we're clearly in our pink phase of the world and so many different shades of it. That Chanel palette looks pretty. It's a good one. And it's a lot of money, but I don't regret it. This lipstick, if you can find it, $357. Yeah, $357 Irreverente. It's the closest thing that Chanel's ever come to in terms of a cool tone. And I like and it's got like on the side. My eyes are so bad. They did the rouge color of the Chanel, but the packaging is only special if you got the rouge noir color. Other than that, I'm an It Cosmetics girl. Anything cheerful right now is attracting me for obvious reasons. Yes, we are with you. This didn't start out in this tone at all. What a surprise. Like when you look at this, are you like, that would not be all that special? I think it is kind of special. I actually do think that this is a special quad. But you're also talking to me, who is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to the, like, the nudie colors, the neutrals, the what people would say are boring shades. But I'm not boring. I like sparkles. All right, what else can I say tonight? Let me look back. Oh, I like that blush. That is such a good recommendation. Don't you guys love that color? I love it. I love it. Okay. Did that. We talked about PDRN. Okay. Important boundaries. Oh, I wanted to mention this. There is an in-between microneedling and a skincare product that they have is currently like a Korean skincare product that you can buy that you may see, and I want to make you aware of it. There's something called like a prickly essence or a prickly serum. And what they have inside of it are these little spicules that are, it's like a pointy sea algae. And when you put it on, it will kind of sting you a little bit, and you won't be able to see it or anything, but it gives you like micro injuries to your skin. And then when you put the essence on, the my God, can I please put a sentence together? When you put it on, I want to find this word. The prickly little pricklies, they work with the PDRN, and they're not going obviously to the level of micro needling at your with a esthetician. But if you're worried about the barrier and stuff and really just getting into there is this new category, and you need to be careful and make sure if that's not what you want. If you're buying the serum, like this one, the Medicube that they have at Ulta, does not have the pricklies in it. I'll try it. I'll find one eventually. But this is super popular and not super expensive. I want to give you guys prices on all this. Okay. Now Medicube has a ton of stuff. The brand is like, it's large. And there's one called like a night wrapping mask, and I'm kind of 50-50 on it. You put a layer of it on, and I guess in the morning, like you kind of like peel it off. I don't know. I wanted to tell you that I got the Westman Olay, and it's perfect. Oh, I'm so happy, Holly. I knew. How good is it with, there was, I was imagining it with, now I can't even remember. What do you normally bronze with? And I said, oh, it'll be the perfect contour with that. I can't remember what it is, but I'm excited that that happened. I think Iuna has a product like that. Oh, that's like the mask that I got. Yep. Then the Riedel. It's called Riedel. I think Medicube makes a serum like that. Yes, I will find it. Okay, so there's the PDRN. This serum was $21. This is why I'm excited about this stuff. And Medicube, they have creams for $22. I mean, everything, the prices are good. They have a PDRN pink niacinamide, milky. I want to find one of the prickly ones. I'll have like a complete list when I eventually put this up on line. And I'm going to make like a super big effort to try as many things that are coming our way from this Korean skincare stuff, because I'm not as scared of it as I am just some random company coming out and doing like a skincare product and like you try it and you don't want to like give up your good skincare. The products are coming at us with a lot of not claims, but proof. And I'm really into the fact that instead of covering up skin, they are into doing things that make your skin get better. I've been using the VT PDRN Essence and like it so far. Oh, good. Good, good. Now, the one that I'm talking about with the prickles is called Riedel. I'm going to look it up really fast and just show it to you. Is the mask that turns clear when it's finished. My daughter and I did one of those. It was good. Yes. The masks that you put on and you peel them off when they're clear, you can also sleep in if you want to. But this mask, the wrapping mask, is the idea is that you put it on and then in the morning you're supposed to like peel it off of yourself. I don't know. Oh, it's saying it wants to update my software and I'm scared I'm going to hit the wrong button. Hold on. I want to show you this Riedel. Okay. Okay. This is called Riedel Shot, and it is a daily booster for glowing, even skin tone. The treatment enhances the delivery of key ingredients for intensive care, formulated with Chica Riedel, micro-sized mineral particles that support better absorption for visible skincare results. So in this one, it's not the, let's see if it is. So in this one, it's using minerals to gently exfoliate, but there are some that also have the prickly algae. I gotta take this down. I'd love to know what the prickly algae is called. Oh my God, they have it in lip plumpers too. Interesting. You guys, this Korean skincare thing is going to be explosive. I mean, when you're talking like 20 bucks, $23 for something, here's the black truffle one for 47. But there's tons of masks. I am going to get more information on this so that I can actually know what it is that I'm talking about, since it's kind of important. Yeah, I want to be specific and not give you the wrong information, but I do want to make you aware that when you're looking at the I can't even speak. When you're looking at the PDRN serums, some of them have an ingredient in there that will do some kind of an exfoliation so that it's going into that top layer of skin instead of just treating the barrier, which is what this does. This is just strengthening the barrier without doing any micro damage. And not that micro damage is bad. It's just that you need to know that it's there because you need to know how much exfoliating you're doing on your skin. You don't want to get crazy. The Ultra Glow Getter Mask is what we used. Well, I'm in. The Ultra Glow Getter. I'm going to glow get me some. I'm very into I think Ulta's going to get my dollars this year. I'm so glad it finally is coming to Ulta. Yes, style shipping takes forever. It's going to be really interesting to see this battle for the Korean skincare. I have to say I was like little on the disappointed side that Sephora jumped in with Olive Young. I was kind of hoping for sort of a takedown to get Sephora to cool it on, just everything. But of course, money does a lot of things. And when you can put your revolving door of products from Olive Young into every existing Sephora that they want to, I guess the price was right. Okay. Any comments, questions, suggestions, things that we need to know? Holly, I'm in love with the blush and I can't wait. And I want to remember what combination we talked about. What contour were you using before? And I said, oh, that'll be great as your blush or something. I don't remember. There was one of them was going to be the bronzer, one of them was going to be the contour, and I can't remember what it was that we were talking about, but I'm glad that Olay worked out for you. Did anybody wind up picking up one of the contours from Westman Atelier? I think when you're in the market for one and you're in a place where you can go and swatch and look at those undertones, they're really beautiful. Really, really are. And like with this look, the Olay would be great. Oh, and I want to show you guys what else I picked up. I finally got my hands on the French face concealers that are been all over the internet that they refused to send to me for no money. But I picked up 3 shades, and this is going to be an interesting one to try. I'm going to take a little tiny bit of Olay because I think it'll be like perfect with this, just to give me like that little bit of definition. Is that not perfect? See, the reason why these work so well is because you can use each of them for so many different occasions. Like this is so perfect with like a nude makeup for me. Easy. I can't remember I have had bronzer that light. No, but there was something that we talked about that you were using that was a bronzer. I can't remember. I swatched, I'm going to look at the video though. I swatched Cocoa in store and it still ran a bit too warm on me. I think I need to try again when I have more color. It's such a relative term, cool and warm, because your undertone, like mine, I am so pink that everything pulls a little bit orange on me. And whiskey might be better for you. I think that cocoa feels like it's a little bit warmer than the others. Oh, I know what that was, Holly. You were going to use like a teeny bit of biscuit as your bronzer and then use the Olay. toast is the one that might be more neutral looking for you if you had a hard time with it. Because the undertone of toast is pretty neutral, not as red, but definitely not warm on me. Again, relative. I've looked. Well, thank you. I know it feels weird to have makeup on again. My undertone, unfortunately, turns everything orange. I feel you. I get it. I understand. Ask Molly. Molly is the same way. Everything turns orange on us. We'll find you something. I promise. We'll keep looking. We were talking about Gucci bronzer. Yes, yes, yes. Number one Gucci bronzer with the Olay was going to be your look. And you're liking the Sarah Creel also. Your granny used to say, I need to take my ginkgo. I love it. Grandmas are the best. My grandma always used to say, everything is meant to be. You know, like she was my son is named for her. I miss her every single day. I loved her so much. Still do. But she had a lot of smart things that she said. She always used to say the days are long, but the years are short. She's right. That's a huge one. All right. This week, I will see you all on Tuesday for sure. Everyone, be gentle and careful with yourself. And my small piece of advice is to limit your intake of news and look at it as something that you don't want to have a lot of. You just want to have enough to be informed, but not obsessively so much that it's overtaking your world right now. At the same time, I am sending so much love to all of you, and please know that this is going to be a place of peace and a place for support and a place where we can be happy and push aside our worries and everything. But we're also here for each other. And if you feel yourself, getting low, go on the Only the Best group chat and you can find us. Somebody will respond, somebody will see what you wrote, or feel free to DM me. I think the important thing is that we need each other. You have zero short-term memory now. I can't with the short-term memory. It's the perimenopause, menopause, pause. Grandmas are the best. They have the best advice. Love to everybody. Hugs. Felice, I love you too. I can't wait to see you. Sending everybody so much love. Be kind to yourselves, please. Easy does it as the week goes, and just stay close to the people that you love. I love you all. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Good night, guys. Sweet dreams. Bye. Mwah.